Hi everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be working on my December daily. I'm going to be working on December 4th. Now I have to say today is December 4th, so I am working basically on the same day that is due the same day. I feel like I'm running behind because I'm always working on the day that we're in the month of December. Now, today, December 4th, I did manage to get day 4 and day 5 completed, but I didn't get any pictures into my existing days that I've completed. So basically, I've only put pictures in my day 1, and I have day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5 completed as far as my prep pages, but I haven't put any pictures in them. And I'm okay with that because I'm taking pictures daily. I'm making sure, to always take pictures every day. And by having my pages done, I know I can take one day and just print a whole bunch of pictures and get caught up. Now I'm hoping that that day is tomorrow. Today I thought I was going to have a ton of time to get a bunch of prep pages done and add my pictures in each of the days, but I forgot that today I was going to go and spend a couple of hours with my daughter. She actually she does my nails, like you can see in the video there. She did my nails. I got them a dark blue, and it turns almost to a white with just some glitter in my nails, which I love the tonal or the changing color nail polish, because if you're cold, it's one color. If you're warm, it's another color. And I just find that it really adds some fun to your nail polish. But all that to say, I spent a few hours away from the house, although it gave me a few pictures to put in there. But enough rambling, let's talk about what I did with this page. Now this is going back to the design A, which is 4 4x6 that are horizontal and 4 3x4 that are vertical. And if you take a look back at day 3, I was doing the light blue and the pink, but it was more blues than pink. Now on this side of the page, because page 3 or day 3 and day 4 are going to be facing each other, I decided to pull in more pink and be lighter on the blue. But when you have those two pages side by side, I think it'll really look good together. Now, because I didn't this year go out there and buy a bunch of Christmas supplies before I started my December daily, I'm really digging into my stash and really using up what I already had. I don't have specific 3x4 cards or 4x6 cards that are geared, for December daily. But what I do have is I probably have 9 to 10 6x6 pattern paper pads, and I'm cutting those down to 4x6 and 3x4, and that's what I'm making the foundation of each card with. Most of them are not Project Life cards. It really is just 6x6 pattern paper that I cut down to fit the size that I need. So once I decide on the color, then I just start going through my 6x6 pattern paper pads, and I say, okay, I want more pink and a little bit of blue. I start ripping out the 6x6 pattern paper, and then I start cutting them down and I fit them into the size that I need. Then I look at my scraps again, and I try to find some that I can use for my mats for my photos. I think this is the first year that I do that I actually cut little mats and put them on the 4x6 and the 3x4. And then once I print off my pictures, I can say, okay, well, I can fit one photo here, it needs to be 2x2, one photo here, it needs to be 3x3. I might print it at 4x4, but then I might cut out all the, the stuff that's not needed in the photo, a lot of the white space, I might cut it out and put it down to the size that I need. For the majority of the time, I print my photos at 2x2, or they're almost 2x2. They're 1.75 by 1.75. I use my Canon Selfie. So I'm making a lot of my mats 2x2s. Now, I don't know how many pictures I'm going to take on December 4th and how many pictures I'm going to take on December 5th. But once I print my pictures, if I have any leftover squares, what I can do is take an embellishment and then I can just stick it on top of that square and it's going to fill that square. So I don't have to sit there and worry that, I'm not going to have enough pictures. And you should also take some extra pictures that can fit for any day. Such things as an ornament, or the Christmas elf, or a book that you're reading. Take pictures of some extra things like that, your supper, your coffee, because I don't know about you, but I drink coffee every day. So, that's one thing that I can just take a picture of and say, you know what, I have a picture missing for day 4. So I'm going to just stick a picture of a coffee in there because I know that I drank a coffee that morning. Because I don't think out of, every day of the year, I don't think there's a day that goes by that I don't have a coffee. Now, I've limited myself to try to drink only 1 coffee a day. And the only time that I break sort of that tradition or that self-imposed rule is when I go to work. Usually I'll have maybe 2 or 3, but almost every cup I have about half a cup that's left because I'm so busy, talking on the radio or answering phones that a lot of times my coffee gets cold before I get to it. Now, I did have a question yesterday and asked me, what do you do for a living? Because 12-hour shifts is long. So you must be someone new to my channel. The name of my channel is Nicole Jones 911, and I chose that because I work for 911. I work for 911, but on the side of the ambulance. So I dispatch ambulance, or I take 911 calls, and we help people until the ambulance gets there. So whether we, advise them how to control bleeding, how to do CPR, how if someone has trouble breathing, we tell them, to put them in a sitting position to help with the breathing. So basically we give instructions until the paramedics get there. And I have been at that job for 13 years, and I have been full-time now I have been part-time for 2.5 years. So I did it, 10 plus years full-time, and now I do it on a part-time basis. I still love my job, but I just had to drop down to a part-time position, for my health, because it's not an easy job to have. And few have done it for over 10 years. It's usually a career that people change with it, they change careers within after being there for 2 years. Very few people stay there for 10 plus years. But anyway, I loved this page. I love that I took little bits and pieces from the pattern paper and moved it over to the other card so that it makes the page look like it's more like it coordinates more. For example, that little plaid pattern paper, I have it as a 4x6. I have it as a 2x6 as a border on the side, and then I have another border of 1/2 inch by 4 inch. I did a mat with it, which is 2x2. So by putting it several places on the layout, I just make the layout seem more cohesive, like it all belongs together. And I love using little strips of either cardstock or pattern paper, and I kind of divide the card just so that it adds more interest to each card. I also added a string of pom-poms. That was something that I've had in my stash forever. I just put some double-sided adhesive. The one that I used was the red tape liner. It's really strong adhesive and it'll stick anything to your page. That's going to complete day 3, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying this series. It's a lot of fun to do, and I love documenting my whole month of December. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.